Hello, Janine. It's so good to see you today.
You as well. Very nice to see
Thank you so much for taking time to do this. I want to start out with you just introducing yourself. So tell everybody who you are.
you. Sure. So my name is Janine. I am 38 years old. I live in Reno, Nevada. I am married. I have two little boys. They are 5.5 and 7.5. I work full time at a corporate job. I work at a 2,000 room hotel in Reno, Nevada. I am the executive director of hotel operations. So I oversee about 9 departments and ensure that basically any department you would touch as you're coming in the hotel, in the front areas, bell desk, all the way across the board, is one that I oversee, including our call center. So it's kind of fun, keeps me on my toes and busy. So let's see. Do you want to how I found you guys, or just keep?
Yeah, how did you find us? Since obviously we are online, but you're in Reno, I live in Florida.
Yeah. So I found you actually, and so we didn't really have super direct connection other than you and I both went through the Warrior coaching program back in 2018 for personal development, and then subsequently also then went through Awaken Athena coaching. So known you since 2018, but almost like indirectly, so to speak.
Yeah, and who are you coaching with inside the FLA movement?
Zeus.
Wonderful. She's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're a busy lady. What made you think this would be a doable process to succeed versus what you have done before?
So I had finally, part of it's always going to be you're mentally ready and prepared and into it. I think you can try a lot of things. And if you're not truly mentally ready to jump in, you're not going to find the success that you want. But at the same time, there's also what I found to be very true in the instance of nutrition for me is that there's that concept of essentially you can freak out your brain if you move too many things too fast. And I've always kind of jumped in and was like, okay, I'm going to do like all the things. I'm going to drink more water, and I'm going to like start my workout process again. And I'm going to do all my eating well. And, almost like repeat of like a New Year's resolution, so to speak, whenever it hit me. But the difference is that the reality is most people can't just go in and change everything all at once and maintain it. Your reptilian brain literally freaks out and goes, there's too much. This is not safe. I'm not safe. Abort. and then you go back to where you're safe and comfortable. So I've done that. And then this process for me was exactly what you're supposed to do, that better success path where you're doing little habits that are changing slowly. So your brain doesn't freak out, and you can build on each one, like that atomic habit concept, as if there's little habits that you're changing. So this week we worked on getting my protein in line. This week we worked on tracking this part. This week was, let's focus on this. Okay, we're going to stay on protein because clearly you're not getting it. It took me a minute. And so it didn't freak me out so much that my brain just it's almost like I didn't feel that I was changing anything. Looking back now to July, majority of my habits are changed, but I didn't feel it. I didn't freak out. I didn't feel like everything was so hard. It was slow movement along the line. So for me, that was what I needed versus, okay, today's the day I'm going to change all the things and then go forward and then feel like a failure every time. And then, use a bat against myself. Like, again, you failed at, what you thought you said you were going to do.
That's the best way I've ever heard it explained. That was amazing. So when you started FLA, you were mostly keto and you favored lower carb diets. Now that you've lost 14 pounds eating more carbs, has your view of eating carbohydrates changed?
Yes, I think again, it's back to the fact that like you can make small changes every day and being consistent and still losing weight. So mostly it feels like it's altered my mindset on how it feels to be in a place of eating well. There's always that concept of like, okay, I do keto. I enjoyed doing keto. It was super easy, right? That's really what's best about it, is it's so flippin' easy to follow. But at the end of the day, my brain was like, I can't do keto for the rest of my life. Like, I can't for the rest life? Like, what am I supposed to do? And so at some point it would always just default back to what I like. So now that I feel like, oh, you can actually eat carbs and you're losing it. Yes, you're losing it consistently, maybe more slowly than if you were deficiting in a keto. But at the same time, I haven't retreated 2 weeks off of keto and I haven't retreated. I took a whole week off for Christmas and I'm still in the same realm. I'm like 1.5 pounds different, which when I stop, go back, it'll go right back off. So like, I feel basically it's just another food group now. It's not something that is bad or good. It's just, this is what I'm doing this week. And this is how it aligns with, my deficit or non-deficit. I ate lots of cookies this week, lots of cookies.
That's so exciting. Lots of cookies and the weight is okay.
The weight is just fine.
The weight is just fine. So, and you consistently lost weight in a deficit during your foundations program with Zeus because of your consistency, but without perfection. What do you think made that possible?
The accountability is a big thing. And I know that coming from doing different personal coaching and development programs, that your results are better when you have that accountability. So sometimes it's just like, I remember there were weeks when I felt like, oh my God, I'm going to get on this call and it's just going to be like, wow, you really sucked this week. Like, look at protein. You were really not good. And like, look at that. Like, just because there was never a perfect week. And I am a type 1 Enneagram and I'm very like type A, if you don't know what type 1 is. So for me, I was looking at those weeks as like good versus bad, because that's what Enneagram 1s do. You're right. It's either good or it's bad. And it falls into there. So I would go into these weeks in fear of like what she would say. And it was just like, wow, you did really good this week. Let's just keep going. Or like, let's do this. And so I would tell my husband, like, I would even avoid like, okay, I don't want to weigh in. I don't want to measure myself, because there was this fear of like going backwards or just, even stagnant, and my husband, like, there were times and he's like, you just got to shift where your mindset is thinking of where your success is and how your movement. So maybe your weight stayed the same and your measurements stayed the same, but that's still a win in your whole progression. Or maybe it only went down a little or so. For me, it was the best thing was the accountability. And then every week feeling like, there was always a positive place to look at what I did. Yes. Okay. I wasn't perfect. Again, protein and I'm not amazing at my protein. Seriously, it didn't matter. I would wait every week for her to say something that was like, there was one week where I knew that I pitfalled everything, and still it was like, okay, like it's just totally fine. You're doing good. And so I think that constant not using of the bat from her and not feeling like I wasn't doing it, because I have worked with other nutritionists and they weren't bad, but there was like you should really like do this and you should really do that. And the thing is, it's all legit, very smart, very knowledgeable, all good, true things. But you were coming and rocking everything off of its access for me. And then I was trying to, succeed. And I just kept feeling like I was failing. And every time I feel like I was failing, it just got closer and closer to quitting. And at some point you just quit. No one wants to feel like a failure every single day. So success in this program was because I succeeded every single week, even when it wasn't perfect. And I succeeded in being consistent every single week with measurements and weighing in, even though it wasn't perfect. And it wasn't maybe what I would have wanted, because I know that I messed up on my protein or my carbs or whatever. So it was successful that I ate regular food too. I mean, yes, it's healthier than maybe if I was choosing, burgers every day, but at the same time, I could eat a burger almost every day if I didn't eat it with the bun. Like, it was like, you can eat whatever you want to eat, fit it within these numbers, and you're succeeding. And I was able to adjust some of my taste buds, and things kind of started altering. Like, okay, I want some rice, I want some this, and I didn't feel like, ooh, those are really bad. No, it's like, no, you just know that at dinner, your carb portion is probably going to be a little less because you just totally ate all your carbs at lunch. Well, that was my choice, but I felt good and I was excited that I got to eat what I wanted and still in alignment with my goals. And that was a new way to feel success that I've never felt before.
It's so fun for me to do these interviews because I get to experience how much you've changed, how much your verbiage has changed, and how I obviously get to experience your before and afters, but with Zeus coaching you, I get to see how much you have literally changed about your mindset around food in just a short period of time. And it took me a really long time to go from where you started to where you are now. So I commend you for how far you've come in such a short period of time. It's really incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I did your intro call and I'm very, very proud of you. Is there anything you would tell others deciding, about joining the FLA movement?
I don't think there's any question that if you're searching and you've landed in this group, there's a reason you've landed in this sphere and this tribe. There's no coincidences. I truly believe that. So I think any thought process you're having of should you or shouldn't you, there's no question that you should, and this is exactly what you need, because honestly, it's wherever you're at. I have an issue with protein because I whatever, but there are people that's not your issue, and that's great. So whatever it is, it doesn't matter where you struggle. It doesn't matter where you're, maybe it's just completely mindset. I am terrible at working out and I'm still consistently losing weight. Terrible at working out. So maybe you're amazing at working out, but you can't figure out your whatever. It doesn't matter what it is that you're wanting someone to help guide you through, but just someone to reflect that mirror and consistently saying like, you're doing a great job, because you are doing a great job. You're following up, doing what you need to do. You truly are doing a good job. So you just let go of all the rest. There's no question that someone helping guide you through that process, you and I both know any coaching program, you're going to go miles and miles and miles farther. You could probably get there by your own. We're all strong, amazing people, but by your side, you're going to get there a heck of a lot quicker, and it's a lot more fun. It doesn't feel alone. It's a lot more fun that way too.
Amen to that. Oh, it's so good to see your face. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you.
In your busy schedule at work right now.
Yeah. At work right now, currently. Yep.
Well, you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again very, very soon, hopefully at the next excursion.
Yes. Sounds good. That'd be awesome.